Collective. This is Tad from Artemis Oracle. I wanted to do a love reading. I just finished filming, and like basically it's all about you, what you need to know, spiritual oracle reading that I really liked. I had really good messages, and I think it would be beneficial to someone out there who just needs some hope, who needs some guidance, who needs to know that they're being protected, that they're going in the right direction, and know that the angels are with them always. They're always protected, they're always loved. So I was putting away my cards, because sometimes I have little cards here that I resonate with and I want to keep up just as a reminder to myself. And one of the cards that I got from the spirit animal deck by Colette Baron Reed is Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. And I was just telling somebody, I was like, wow, I want to do a love reading. So I put on some love frequency music, and I kind of set the intention that I want to do a love reading. Then I go into the spirit animal deck, and I'm putting in the other card that was there, that I had, that I was just shuffling it back into the deck, and then this comes out. The love is all around you. So I feel like this is a message that you need to know. Love is always around you. You are surrounded by love. You are love. And that should be your affirmation. Your affirmation should be, I am love. I am love. All the love that exists within me is all the love I will ever need. And the reason why I say that, and it's the affirmation I use for myself, is there are times when you may feel lonely, you may feel isolated, you may feel unloved, but you have to remember, you're always with yourself. You're with yourself 24/7, 365, The love that you have within you should be enough to sustain you. I remember posting that on my Instagram using Spy Tan, I posted that like in 2022. So that's a message that I channeled and I had to share. And the love that exists within you should be enough to sustain you. You are love. You are made of love, regardless of who your parents are, regardless of the circumstances of your childhood, your home environment. You are love. You are an embodiment of love. You get to decide that, but you have to believe it within yourself. But I'm going to read the Nightingale Spirit card. Love is all around. Love is all around. All right. In the darkness of night, Nightingale Spirit sings her song of love and hope, a harbinger of dawn to remind you that sun will rise again soon. You are so loved, and the illumination song of the Nightingale Spirit calls you to a new level of self-awareness and connection with the light. Yes, there is shadow and darkness, but love and prosperity exist everywhere, even in the seeming emptiness of space, darkness, and a starless night. Hearken to the message, letting the music of the Nightingale's song remind you that love is all around. Feel it and trust in tomorrow's light, renewing your ability to recognize the spaces that appear empty are filled with love and abundance. Illumination will happen soon. So you may be gaining some you may be gaining some clarity soon regarding a love situation, So I want to go into the Sweet Love Tea Oracle cards. I haven't used these in a minute. So let's just see what's going on in your love situation. If you like the message so far, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's see what messages you need to know. Ooh, harmony. Being in time. Oh, why did I say that? Being in time. So maybe some of you may be procrastinating, because it should be being on time, but it says being in tune. So some of you may be procrastinating with something. That may be a side message. You will know if that means something to you. Being in tune with each other and getting along. Harmony. Good rapport, easy going. So some of you may be in a situation where things are harmonizing between you and this person. You get along well with each other. You enjoy each other's company. There's a bit of intimacy, and I would say the intimacy has to do with more like the ability you have to be vulnerable with each other. Okay, tell us more about this. Tell us more about love for the collective. What does the collective need to know about love? Anything else, Spirit, with this deck? Any other messages with this deck? Any other messages with this deck, Spirit? Okay, I guess we're done with this deck. Okay, let's see what other cards I can use when it comes to love. Oop, something blue. Let me put you there. Let's see what other deck I can use. Harmony, 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 harmony. I'm trying to see. I don't want to use anything that's... You know what? Let's see. Because we did read that there's shadow, there's darkness, there's... So, you know, there's things that can be impacting your life at this time, your love life or this relationship. What messages does collective need to know? The messages are going to be what they are, you know. If there's something that you are not aware of, or you are aware of, something you have an inkling about, then, you know, this message may resonate with you. Okay. Anything else? Ooh. We got 3. You know what's interesting? And I'm gonna let you know why. This is interesting that we have cold shoulder and then the harmony card came out. I think some of you were in this kind of dynamic where there may be disharmony, and maybe what you're looking for is to be in a relationship that is harmonized, where you are with somebody and you can connect with them, and you and them are in the same wavelength, that you and them are equally reciprocating into the relationship, are being vulnerable with each other. But the cold shoulder could also have to do with distance, like it says, break up, distance, ignoring, keeping busy, right? But let me show you the first 2 cards that came out. Dating, new love, having fun, back on the market. And infatuation and denial, obsessed, attraction, spell work. But then cold shoulder. You know what I'm thinking? You know, sometimes when we have deep feelings that kind of scare us, that we don't really know what to do with, we may want to run. We may want to escape from the situation because it's getting real. You know, maybe someone's not ready for a relationship, or maybe someone doesn't, or this could be a past situation where you have dated and there was a lot of passion, there was a lot of attraction, you were having fun with this person, but now it's like someone's turning a cold shoulder, you know. But I feel like with what is being said with the love is all around card, it's like despite whatever's happened, love is always going to exist around you. You know, it may not be with this person, but it could be with somebody else. Maybe in the past you have been dealing with people that weren't necessarily available in that way that you needed them to be. And this reading may be a message that what you seek, you shall find. You know, the person, the partner you seek, the person that you would like to have a family with, that you would like to build a home with, is possible. You know, it's just a matter of having that faith. And, you know, knowing that even though there may be moments of darkness and sadness and loneliness, that in those spaces you can find love, and love is always around you. And like I said, you are an embodiment of love. You know, I want to look at the bottom of the Sweet Love Tea Oracle deck. Winding road, having a long way to go or taking many detours, many loves, complicated. Yeah, you possibly had many love partners, maybe people that you thought was, you know, could possibly be the one, but it ultimately ended with someone being cold or ghosting or just not being ready, creating distance in the relationship. You know, maybe making excuses about being busy because they're not really interested in investing. And when I said that, so this may be like a turning point for you to know that in these past circumstances that you were in with love situations, dating situations, however you want to call it, those experiences are meant to help shape you, help shape us, to teach us what we want, what we deserve, who we want and who we want to avoid, who we should invest in and who we should not invest in, who we should not even entertain, you know. Sometimes we could take things personally, but actually it's not that, you know. It's you know, it's you know what you want. someone's not willing to give it to you, then it's time for you to move on from them. Or maybe this person knows they're not able to give you what you want, so they may be turning a cold shoulder to you, you know. Or this could have happened in the past. You've experienced this many times in the past, you know. You've gone through this road, the same experience, and it's like you're learning the same lesson, but you're not changing things, you know. So it may be time to diverge onto a different path and see what else is out there, to explore other opportunities, and even go within and try to understand, you know, how you engage and how you will participate, and even how you allow yourself to fall under these traps, you know, these disappointing traps. Okay, so I want to go into the romance angels. I don't know, for some reason I wanted to tarot. Okay. I don't know, I wanted to use this deck. Okay. So I'm going to use this deck. I'm sorry, just getting this in order. All right, let's clarify the cards. Let's see. Okay, just it's got. Let's just as a collective need to know at this time that's for the highest, the greatest good. One messages as a collective need to know at this time that's for the highest and greatest good. One messages as a collective need to know at this time that's for the highest and greatest good. I feel like the Harmony card and the Nightingale spirit go together. I feel, let's clarify these dating, infatuation, cold shoulder cards. Let's see. Tell us about dating. Oh, Seven of Pentacles. It's interesting. Seven of Pentacles is about growth, seeing growth. Look at what you've gained from your investments. What growth, what prosperity you're seeing be visible. And new love, it shows a bouquet of flowers. You know, love is blooming. Okay, new love. Five of Pentacles. And maybe in the past you've been feeling left out, like you've been maybe feeling like a sense of unworthiness. So maybe you're overcoming that in some way with the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Maybe some of you are considering getting out, you know, like putting yourself out there to meet somebody new, despite, you know, the past circumstances, you know, past possible failures. Six of Wands. Yeah, past failures, because you want to find success when it comes to love. You know, you want to be able to find a partner that, you know, is willing to match you. It's willing to match you. I forgot that these cards have flowers on them. So flowers may be significant to you because the dating card has a bouquet of roses. These red flowers right here. And then I'm seeing flowers here. They look like roses, but they're beautiful. They're pink flowers. So maybe some of you... Pink flowers symbolize something. Nine of Swords. Six of Wands and Nine of Swords. I feel like this is you overcoming the anxiety, the stress, the disappointment, the sleepless nights. It could be you overcoming this anxious energy, you know, and wanting to put yourself out there. Queen of Wands. Yeah, because your confidence has built. The Queen of Wands, you know. You probably possibly had a glow up. There may be some changes that you've experienced internally that are being shown externally. Because I know people typically think of glow ups as having to do with how you look externally. But you could look good on the outside but still be a shitty person. So I feel like the glow up is coming from within. Maybe you're improving your confidence. You're feeling good about yourself, and that's emanating. You know, maybe your aura is changing in that way and is more attractive, alluring to other people. So with the dating card, I think that with you overcoming your lack of self-worth and your anxiousness, and, you know, and you are going to be putting yourself out there to meet somebody new. You know, it would have been interesting if the Seven of Wands came out, because if it did, then that would show that you will be able to maintain boundaries as you're going into dating experiences, as you're meeting new people, you know, and not allowing yourself to fall into old traps, you know. What is the infatuation? What is infatuation? What is infatuation? What is infatuation? Temperance. Alchemy. Manifestation. Secret recipe. I feel like you figured out what works for you and you're alchemizing your energy. You're applying it towards where you want to see growth, where you want to see success. You know, maybe you feel a bit more at peace with yourself and the experiences that you've had, and you're not allowing them to dictate how you feel or view yourself, but knowing that you are seeing your strength and your ability to overcome and your ability to transform situations, heal from them, overcome them, and even manifest from them. Infatuation and temperance. Some of you may be, oh, there's going to be a change. I was going to say some of you may be dealing with the temperance energy. Someone who is patient, someone who is kind, someone who is loving, and maybe in some way transformative to you, or transforming their own life in their own way. I was going to say Sagittarius, that's a temperance, but Sagittarius, it could be a Sagittarius, but we also have the Wheel of Fortune. So there may be some change going on in a relationship. The Moon. Something that you don't see coming. It's like something's going to happen. There's going to be something transforming within a situation. It's probably going to bring balance. It's going to bring, it's going to, I want to say reconcile, but I don't think that's the right word. But it might be. Bring some type of reconciliation, order to something. But it's like unknown. It's secret. It could be secret emotions. Maybe somebody's going to express their hidden desires for you, or hidden emotions for you. Then maybe your feelings about a particular person, if you are dealing with someone, may be changing. Page of Swords. Someone maybe you may be watching out for something. You may be seeing the signs, but the Page of Swords is someone who is observant, taking in information, and possibly even relaying, because pages are messengers. So you may be receiving messages in your dreams about someone that may be infatuated with you. You may be having dreams about someone. You probably don't even know this person, you know. Maybe you could sense how they feel or how you felt when you were around them. Probably you've seen a silhouette of them, but you don't know who it is. So it could be that. But it could also be that someone may be observing you, watching you, and through their observations, they become infatuated with you. You know, they see you as somebody who is balanced, who's pure, who's angelic, you know, because if you don't, like, the Temperance card comes after the Death card, which is the Scorpio card, right? But Death is about transformation. It's about rebirth. So maybe it's somebody seeing a change in you, and they're seeing they're seeing that change within you. They're seeing that you're becoming lighter. You know, you're having your own glow up, and it's not like an external glow up, but it's more like an energetic one. They're sensing that in some way, you know. And I think with the Moon card, it might be, that's what it's not something that is visible, you know, like it's actual, like you changed your body, but I think it's like something more deeper, more subconscious, more spiritual, you know. I don't like, I keep saying this, like, I think it's energetic. It's not like you physically did something to change your appearance, but it's more like energetically, emotionally, mentally. You did something internally that it's catching this person, has caught them, their eye, or has them infatuated with you in some way. Okay, I want to take that card because I feel like it's meaningful. I saw the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, what is the cold shoulder? Cold shoulder. Cold shoulder. This is cold shoulder. Break up distance, ignoring, and keeping busy. Ace of Pentacles. This is about something new, something worth investing in, something that you can see growth and prosperity with. But it's the beginning. It's like the seedling. Then with the first card, we have Seven of Wands. And I mentioned it will be interesting with the Seven of Wands. This is about creating boundaries, protecting yourself from energies that are not really conducive to you. But oh my freaking God. Oh my goodness. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Someone sees you as someone who is independent, who is self-sufficient, someone who is abundant, someone who goes after what they want, puts in the work. You know, Seven of Wands. This is about you protecting your self-worth. This is you protecting your value, because you are an empress or you are an emperor, and this is what you want. You want your matching energy. You want your match. You know, you want somebody that you could build with, someone that you could grow with, someone that you can have a family with. Harmony. With the Ace of Pentacles. Love is all around you. Trust that. Trust it. Trust it's all around you. Protect your value. Whatever changes you're going through internally, this is a time for you to hold up your boundaries, because the past experiences you've had has shaped you, but it's also what has strengthened you, what has allowed you to see that you are a person of value. You are a person of value. Okay, deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Maybe this is what you've experienced. People have been deceptive in a way. Maybe they were saying and doing things just to get things out of you. But it was manipulative in some way. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So if there is somebody that, these are the romance angels. If there is somebody that you know you have this connection with, and they are of this, you know that they're honest, because with the Moon card, you know, the Empress is intuitive, right? The Moon is about intuition as well, you know. The Queen of Wands, she's magical, you know. She goes after what brings her passion, but she's also someone who can create, who can manifest. And you know, when you're connected with yourself, with your emotions, and also you are grounded and you are connected with Source, and you know you're protected, then you know that you can attract positive, loving people in your life, you know. And you know, it's time for you to move away from deceptive people who present themselves in a certain way just to get something out of you. And I think it's about you being able to discern that who you should express your love to. Someone who is worthy and who will reciprocate your love, you know. Someone that you know is your match, you know, who will be your Empress or your Emperor, you know. Any other messages? You know, it's so funny because I was joking with my boss about retreat and this card was flipped over. This is a side message. Some of you may be going on a retreat. Some of you may be going on a vacation or like a getaway with someone. If you have met somebody, and this may be a sign too that this could be your person, that they take you out in the future and they want to like plan an outing with you. They want to plan something with you. But it's funny, I was going to say something because me and my boss were joking, because he said that he went on a retreat, and then he said they were working. There was no retreat. So I joked with him. I was like, yeah, you retreated from the retreat, because retreat is supposed to be something that you do that's supposed to be peaceful. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be, you know, like an enjoyable time. But a retreat is also getting away from something. You know, retreating is like getting out of a situation. So it's funny that this card was flipped over. So that may be meaningful to you in some way. So let's see if there's another message. What other messages the collective needs to know? What other messages the collective? Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Yeah, so this is maybe a time for you to have fun, to go out with friends, do things that really bring light into you, you know. Going out to dinner with friends, going out for drinks if that's your thing. You know, spending time in nature, going to see a movie or a show or a concert, traveling, doing the things that make you happy, you know, that allow you to explore, allow you to have adventure, to have fun, you know, go on, like, what you call it, like, I know somebody mentioned, like, you know, those games where you like paintball and that type of thing, you know, like just do things that, you know, things that you wanted to do as a child that you couldn't do, but now you're old enough and you could like actually do it because you just have to make the time, you know. So I think that's basically what this message is. Just make time to have fun, be in harmony with yourself, because when you you find harmony within yourself, you will find a person who will be in harmony with themselves too, you know, who will be your match, you know. Because think about it, when we attract people of a certain caliber, regardless if they're high or low, it's because we're at the same frequency as that person. So if this person is at a lower, if you meet somebody of a lower vibration and you and them harmonize with each other, it's because you are at the same frequency as they are. So if you want to be with someone who is at a higher frequency, like an empress or emperor energy, then this is where you need to step it up, you know, because you want to be at their level. And it's not because you want to be at their level, but it's because they inspire you to want to do better, you know, because you want to be, I don't want to say good enough, but you want to be good enough for yourself. You want to like make things better for yourself. You want to improve things. You want to elevate. You want to ascend, you know, for yourself, so that you can meet somebody who is at that same vibrational level. You know, like I say, you have to be the partner that you seek. So if you're looking for an emperor, then you need to be an empress. If you're an emperor looking for an empress, then, you know, if you're someone who wants to have an empress, then you need to be an emperor. You need to be somebody who has control, who is responsible, who is dedicated, who is passionate, who is grounded, who is successful. And the empress is someone who's beautiful, compassionate, loving, grounded, abundant, loving, creative, passionate. You know, so you have to be an embodiment of the person that you wish to be with. You know, in order for you to find your match, you have to be in harmony with yourself, so that the person that you meet will be at your same frequency. And this is where the harmony between the two of you can occur. And then this is where creation comes in. When you create a new life, when you create a new home, when you create a family, a foundation with each other, because you're both at that same frequency, you know. So I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope this reading was helpful in some way. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe. I love you so much. And I want you to know that you are love. I am love. We are love. And I'm wishing you a wonderful day, evening ahead. Bye.